Hello, friends, and welcome to A Cozy Lifestyle with Clarissa Coward. Well, it's here. It is finally Christmas season, and I am starting my Christmas series with my tiny entryway. I'm going to be decorating it, of course, for the Christmas season. What I want to tell you, though, is a little bit about my entryway. It's tiny, it's small, because I live in a cozy space. So I have to be careful about how much decor and the type of furniture that I add to the space. And that's the first tip if you're living in a cozy space, is to buy the right scale of furniture and try not to overly decorate that space as well. So we're going to go through my space, and I'm going to hopefully show you how I decorated my little cozy area for the Christmas season. So come on in and let's get started. So friends, I'm beginning the decorating process in this area. I've already cleaned, by the way, so I'm starting with my little entry table. As you can see, it's scaled to size. I've had it for years and I don't want to get rid of it, so I keep changing its look whenever my style changes, because it's perfect for this area. As you can see, it fits perfectly between the door frames and it's not too wide. So again, be careful about the scale of your furniture if you live in a cozy space. This year, I'm not going so much with the red and white. If you remember last year, the whole house was red and white, and it was very, very pretty. I loved it. It was so festive. But this year, I'm toning it down a bit, and I'm also using less decor. I don't know. As we go through life, our styles change. Now, I still love red and white, and next year, who knows, I may be right back to it. But this year, I'm mainly in black and white and gold. There will, of course, be some red. After all, it's Christmas, right? But my main colors are gold, white, and black. And as you can see here, I'm styling my dough bowl. And again, if you'll notice, this particular dough bowl is petite. So it fits perfectly on this table. It still leaves room for my lamp and one more piece of decor. So I'm adding gold ornaments, as you can see, and then I found these bells at Home Goods, and I thought they were so cute, and so I decided to fill this little dough bowl, this petite dough bowl, with the bells. But there's so many until I split them, so I get to use them in two separate places. And then next year, if I wanted to put them back together, I can just do that as well. So it's versatile, and that's also a good thing to do when you're decorating on a budget, which we do over here. So right now, I am just going to tie the end of the knot so the bells don't fall off, and fill the dough bowl. I'm also, as you'll see in a little bit, going to be adding some petite twinkle lights as well to give it a little Christmas flair, if you will. So I didn't want to overcrowd the petite dough bowl, so I took the large ornaments out. As you can see, the greenery gives it a little bit of the Christmas spirit, if you will. And like I said, I'm going to add the twinkle lights. This will change. If you've been with me for a minute, you know that I do that. And most people, when they're decorating their homes, I'm sure you do as well. You put it one way, you change it. This little table will change at least 3 or 4 more times before it's done, because I also have to do the bottom shelf as well. So stick around and see the reveal and have some fun with me while we do this. Although I love Christmas and decorating for Christmas, what I don't like is all of the glitter that falls. And you should see my floor right now, but it's part of it all, I guess. So we'll have fun with it as we put it together. So now we're moving to the bottom shelf. That basket used to be rattan colored, and I spray painted it black. I also painted the table black. If you didn't see that video, I will list it in the description box below. I painted that, and the bench you're going to see in a little bit as well, black, changing the nuance of the way this little entry works, and I love the look. The vase that you see over there, vase vessel, I got from Home Goods, and I believe it was like $12.99. And friends, you're going to see this area with the bells change before the reveal. So please stick around so that you can see that. I don't know if you're like me, but I change things a lot before I get it like I want, and it's not Christmas yet, so it may change again. But at any rate, it will definitely change before this video is done. And that vessel there, I love the shape of it. And the price was, like I said, was great. I think it was $12.99, as I said, and it fits perfectly in that area. This wall decor I also picked up from HomeGoods back in the summer, and although I like it on the wall, it just seems to be missing something in the center, so I always have something there. And for the holiday season, I have this floral teardrop hanger. I don't remember where I got that from. I've had it for years and years and years. I just changed the bows to go along with whatever decor I'm using for that season. And it's perfect with the pine cones and the greenery. And then, like I said, I changed the bows. Now, here's my favorite spot in my petite entry, and that is my banister. And I will be, I've already added the greenery, and I use ties to put it there. But I saw something the other day on, I believe it was Pinterest, where someone used a pool noodle to protect their banister area, and I think I'm going to try that next year. They were of course gluing the Christmas balls on it, but I think just as a protection, because as you can see, mine is wood, I'm going to try that next year just to protect it, and things will sit a little more still as well, because I had to use so many ties to hold this in place. But it's coming along, and this is the way I've done it over the years, but there's always room for improvement, right? So I'm adding lights, and then I'm going to add bows at the top and at the bottom. I will probably run ribbon through it as well to give it a festive look. So we're gonna dilly-dally and play with this for a minute. This piece here was a DIY that I did with an old window that I picked up from the flea market. I've had it up for a while. I'm thinking about changing it, but I want that same sentiment in my entry, so I'm going to find another DIY project so that I can add bless coming in and bless going out. However, on that particular piece, I just added some greenery over the top. It's one of the first things you see when you walk in the door, and I wanted it to be noticeable. Now I'm over to the bench that I was telling you about that I DIY'd earlier this year, back in the summer once again. I painted it black and then stenciled over it, and I'm just going to add the throw and the Merry Christmas pillow. The pillow cover came from from Amazon, and the throw I got from Big Lots, I believe. No, it was Ollie's. I picked this up from Ollie's last year. Nothing is new except ribbon and the vessel that's sitting on the bottom shelf. Everything else are things that I have had in my stash before. Now, you can also notice that this bench is petite as well. I paid $8 for it at a yard sale years ago. I'm trying to figure out how to cover up the little hearts on the edge, but because of its petite size, it fits perfectly in my entry. So we've made it to the reveal, and if you're still with me, I would love it if you would leave me a Christmas tree emoji in the comments below. And so here we are, and this is how it turned out. The bows are DIY bows that I made myself, and the greenery, I don't think that I put this in. I had all of that in my stash. That vessel was a DIY. I painted it, and I did it in a textured paint. I added baking soda to my paint, and that's how it ended up having the texture. And I love the way the table turned out. It's not too much. And also painted the mirror back in the summer as well, adding all of the black touches. And as I told you guys, that bottom shelf would change, so I added a bowl, and it's black on the outside and gold on the inside, and I added the greenery and added the bells to it, and I love that look. It mimics what's up top in the petite dough bowl, except it's round, and I think it's very pretty. Again, this little table here sits at the top of my stairs, and it's part of the entryway. So when I do change decor, I try to have it match as well with what's going on in the entry, because it's what you see when you walk in the door, that little landing there at the top of my stairs. And over here, there is a tiny Christmas tree. I added lights to it, and again, some DIY bows. And then there's one of my chocolate Santas. I have them throughout the house. And again, the tree is decorated in the white and the gold. Again, I told you my colors were black and white and gold this year, mainly. There will be some red, as I said before. And this year, I was a bit more intentional about hanging my, as you'll see when we get to the big tree in one of my videos, hanging my ornaments on my tree. I did not use the metal hooks this year. I sat and ran ribbon through all of my my ornaments to give them a more, I don't know, upgraded look perhaps. It was something to do while watching TV. My grandson was here for a little while. He even helped a little bit. And yeah, so I was just a little bit more intentional. As I said, not as much decor, and I was very strategic about what I added to the area, because again, I tell you, it's a small area. My wreath on the back of the door, once again, I had it, just changed out the bows for everything to be cohesive this year. And I love this view in this mirror when you can see the basket on the wall, that wall decor reflecting in the mirror. It's like having it doubled. The black and white ribbon I ordered from Amazon. The black velvet ribbon my friend picked up at the end of Christmas last year for me when it was on sale, as well as the gold ribbon. She also picked that up. My lantern, I did this. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I decorated it earlier, before Thanksgiving, actually. When I started thinking about my decor status, I did that, and it was on my Instagram. And if you're not following me on my other social media, I wish you would. And so now we're going to go into the evening view with everything lit. I think it's so pretty. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I don't think it's overdone. I usually, last year anyway, I added a lot more. This year, I love the way that it feels. It feels less, I don't know, crowded maybe. It's like just enough stuff. I usually have a snowman and a snow lady sitting here. I did not use them this year either. It just seemed like this was just enough, and so I stopped. It's called getting out while the getting is good. This is how that table area turned out. And guys, this was fun for me, and this is just the beginning of my Christmas decor. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed doing it. And once it was all over, I did clean up my floors. I'm going to invite you to please subscribe to my channel. And then once you subscribe, hit that bell below. I want to thank my ride or dies. You know how I feel about you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Remember to find something today to bring joy into your life. And once you do, share that joy with someone else. You'll be glad you did, especially this time of year. You never know what someone's going through. This can be a very lonely time for some during the holiday season. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.